Christmas, everyone. Ho, ho, ho.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm doing a traditional Christmas makeup look with the gold glitter eyeshadow as well as 4 lip combos. So if you guys are interested, then let's jump straight into today's video. So if some of you watched my last video, you probably know that the audio was a lot better. However, I actually got quite a bit of feedback from my microphone, so I'm having to use the audio that's on my camera. That's why it sounds like I am recording on a Nokia. So yeah, bear with me, I'm getting a new camera in about 2 weeks. The audio will be a lot better and the quality as well. So I've already prepped my eyes with the PLOUISE Rumour 02 base. I was using the Rumour 1, however I feel like that one is a little bit too on the whiter side for me. I feel like this suits my skin tone a lot better. And because we're going to be working with glitter today, I'm going to jump straight into the eyes as opposed to the face, and then if we get any fallout, so we can just wipe that off. So the palette that I'm going to be using is the LA Splash eyeshadow palette, and this is their Magic eyeshadow palette. So it just looks like this. It's got some beautiful sort of neutral tones in it. So I'm going to try to find a brush. So I'm first going to pick up the shade Sunstone on my Morphe M441, and this is just going to act as a nice transition shade. It's a very light colour, so it's not going to put too much pigment on the eyes. So I'm just going to stamp this into the crease and then lightly buff this out. And then using the same brush from Morphe, I'm going to jump straight back into the palette and use the shade Aragonite. I think that's how you pronounce it, or at least I hope that is anyway. And I'm just going to pop this a little bit below where we put that first shade. And then here I've just got a clean blending brush and I'm just buffing out the edges to make sure there's no harsh lines. And then I just want to slightly deepen up the crease and the outer corner a little bit, so I'm going to use a Morphe M443 and dip into the shade Tiger's Eye. And then I'm just going to really lightly push this into the outer corner, and then whatever's left on the brush, I'm going to drag it up into the outer portion of the crease. I like to tilt my head back when I'm doing this because it gives me a better view of where the socket of my eye is. And then to blend it all out, I'm just going to use that same first brush I was using, which is the Morphe M441. So now we get to move on to my favourite part of the look, which is the glitter. I have already done this eye off camera. So I'm using the NYX Glitter Primer. This is amazing for making glitter stick to your eye. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the back of my hand. Literally the tiniest dot is all you need. And then using the PLOUISE 7072 brush. This is sort of what they use to like carve out any cut creases or just sort of use their base with it. 99.9% sure that sentence didn't make sense, but you know what I mean. So I'm just going to pick up that product on this brush, and then I'm going to begin to stamp this on the eyelid where I want the glitter to be. And then I sort of like to feather it out just into where we put that shadow on the outer corner. And then the glitter pigment that I'm using is from EYE.LASH Cosmetics. I do have a discount code if you are interested. I'll leave it in the bottom bar for you. So all I'm going to do is tip a little bit of this out into the cap. It's got a nice little sieve on it, so the component isn't too messy. And then I'm going to take a Morphe M124 brush and just pick up the product on the brush, and then I'm just going to begin to stamp this where I put the primer. And then as you can see, it makes the glitter like stand out and pop that little bit more. It looks extra reflective and I just think it looks so nice and so cute. Okay, so now that I've cleaned up all the glitter, I'm actually going to put a black eyeliner in my waterline. This is from Huda Beauty and it's their duo eyeliner, so it's a pencil and a liquid. So I'm just going to very carefully pop this in my waterline. And then I'm actually going to curl my eyelashes and pop on some mascara. So this is the Wonderlash mascara, it's from Primark. If any of you watched my last video, you'll know exactly how I feel about this mascara. So I'm just going to quickly curl my eyelashes and then pop some of this on. So you can leave your eyes like this if you want to, however I am going to apply some falsies, and the ones that I'm using today are the Girls with Attitude Fantasy Fairy eyelashes. These are actually from Primark and they were only £3, so I'm just going to cut them to the shape of my eye, or sort of the length of my eye, and then I'm going to pop these on. So this is the eyes with the lashes on. I think it makes a really big difference and it really opens up the eyes. So I'm going to jump straight into skin. So I'm going to quickly spray my face with the Primark Prime and Infuse setting spray or mist, just to add a nice little bit of hydration to the skin. And then for primer, I'm going to use the Ordinary, this is the High Adherence Silicone Primer, and then I'm going to pop this in my T-zone. So for foundation, I've been loving this little sample I got from YSL. This is their Touche ECLAT foundation, and I don't know what shade this is in, I'll have to have a look. However, it's a little bit too dark for me, so I'm going to mix in a little bit of the NYX Tinted Skin Veil, and this is just going to make the foundation a little bit more towards my skin tone. So after I've dotted that all over the face, I'm actually just going to blend out some of the foundation down the neck, just because the colour is still off a little bit. It's nothing too noticeable, but I do want everything to be the same colour. And then to blend out the foundation on my face, I'm going to use a sponge. So I'm going to go ahead and start warming up the skin using the Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick. Mine is in the shade F10. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop that in all the usual places that I would sort of contour and bronze the skin. And then I'm going to use the same foundation brush that I was using earlier, just to blend all of this in. So because we've gone and warmed up the skin and sort of brought a bit of depth into it, we want to even it out with a little bit of highlighting. So I'm going to use two concealers today. I've recently been using the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This doesn't have the best coverage, my dark circles still peek through a little bit. However, on top of that, I've been using the e.l.f. This is their 16-hour Camo Concealer, and I feel like that adds the bit of coverage that you need while this sort of highlights. So I'm going to pop the e.l.f. one just where I need the most coverage, so that would be just in sort of like the inner portion of my eyes, just there. And then with the Revolution one, I'm going to pop this just on the outer portion, so this is going to help clean up any eyeshadow. And I'm going to pop it around my nose, on my chin, and then a little bit on the nose and the forehead. And then I'm actually going to put a little bit just on the sides of my mouth there. This is going to make your sort of mouth lift. I did put a little bit of shadow there as well, so that's going to help with that as well. How many times can I say it as well in a video? That's like, apparently that's the only word that's in my vocabulary these days. So I'm actually just going to take that same sponge that I was using just to blend all of this out. So as you can tell just by doing that, it's really cleaned up underneath the eyes, and it's also cleaned up the eyeshadow and made your eyes sort of more into the almond shape. And then I'm also going to really quickly just set that with the Laura Mercier powder, and I'm also going to set everywhere else on my face as well. I literally have a back. Of course I have a back. I literally have the back of a 90-year-old these days, I'm sure. It hurts. I just want to finish off the eyes really quickly. I don't want to do too much to the lower lash line, because I kind of like how it looks now. So I'm going to dip straight back into that same palette that we was using earlier, and I'm going to pick up the shade Sunstone just on a fluffy brush, and then I'm just going to run this on the lower lash line. So the bronzer that I'm using today is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is their Airbrush Flawless Finish bronzer, and mine's in the shade Medium. And I'm just going to pick up a large fluffy brush, and then I'm going to set everywhere I initially placed that cream bronzer. So for blush, I'm jumping into my very dirty and disgusting Revolution blush palette. I think I've been mixing foundation on this, and that's why it looks so disgusting. But I'm going to actually take two shades from this. So I'm going to mix the orange shade with this baby pink shade here, and then apply this on the tops of my cheeks. I'm actually going to bring that around sort of the temples as well, and then dust a little bit just over the nose. So with it being a Christmas look, I can't really go without applying any highlighter because this is going to really complement the glitter that's on the eyes. So I'm going to dip into my Primark Pink Diamond Highlighting Powder. I feel like I've used a lot of Primark today, but if you watch that video, honestly, it's quite good. So like I said, I'm just going to dip into this highlighter here with a fan brush, and then I'm just going to pop this again right on the tops of my cheekbones. To make sure that all the powder and everything is melted into my skin, I'm going to again use the Primark Prime and Infuse Setting Spray, or Mist. I don't really know what to call this. So the last thing that we have is lips. So I have 2 nude options and 2 red options. So I'm going to actually start with the nude ones. I'm just going to wipe any lip balm or makeup off my lips. So for the first nude combination, I'm going to use the Primark lip liner in the shade Rumour, and I'm going to line my lips and fill them in with this lip liner as well. And then to go over the top, I'm going to use the NYX Fortune Cookie, this is their Butter Gloss. So here we have lip combo number 1. This is super affordable and also really easy to apply as well. If you're someone that likes a simple lip combo and doesn't like something that's too drastic, I feel like this would be catered more towards you. So for lip combo number 2, obviously it is another nude, and I'm going to be trying something I've not actually used yet. So this is from PLOUISE. It's her Boarding Pass lip combo, I believe that's what it's called. So in this little package here, you actually get a lip liner and a lipstick. So this is the lip liner. It's more towards the sort of brown coffee shade. And then the lipstick is this right here, which is more of a nude shade. So these are going to complement each other really well. This is going to help sort of the lip line pop. By the way, these are in the shades Take Off. So just like before, I'm just going to line the lips and then fill it in with the lipstick. So this is lip combo number 2. I feel like this one makes your lips look a lot more plump, just with it being a darker lip line and obviously a lighter lipstick in the centre. So lip combo number 3, we're now jumping straight into the reds. I'm going to use the Barry M lip liner in the shade, apparently this doesn't have a shade, but again I'll find the shade to it and I'll link it down below for you. And then I'm going to be using the Primark matte lipstick in the shade Soulmate. This is beautiful because it's a blue beige red, so it's really going to make the white in your teeth pop, and it's also going to make the gold pop as well. So just like before, I'm just going to line my lips and then apply the lipstick. So here is lip combo number 3. So this one is more of a traditional lip to go with the sort of a glitter eyeshadow, and again it's more of a blue beige red, so it helps the whites in your teeth stand out. Also, these lipsticks are as little as I think 90p. This one was £1.50 and they glide on so nice and so easy. So if you're looking for a nice affordable matte red, I'd definitely go ahead and buy this one from Primark. And again, this one's in the shade Soulmate. So going on to the last lip combo, which is lip combo number 4. This one is more of a deeper red. I'm actually just going to use that same Barry M lip liner that I was using before. And then the lipstick that I'm using is from Bourjois. So this is one of their Rouge Velvet lipsticks in the shade 11. So I'm just going to apply this one to the lips. So this last lip combo is more of a berry red with a satin finish, but again because it is red, it's sticking more towards that sort of traditional lip colour for Christmas, and I just think it makes your teeth look really white still, and it's just really nice and comfortable on the lips. So that is it for today's video. Got lipstick on my teeth. So that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I've still got lipstick on my teeth. Make sure you head over to my Instagram and give me a follow over there as well. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!